Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karen Abasali, and I will be presenting for Rockland County Water Conservation Project. The client, Dan Miller, is the Bureau Head Water Supply Bureau, Rockland County Department of Health. The client representative, Stuart Brayman, is an adjunct associate research scientist at Lamont Doherty, Columbia. The other team members is Liz, Dan, and Ed. This is a map of Rockland County. Rockland County is west of Hudson, north of George Washington Bridge. All the county's water comes from within its borders. Demand is projected to exceed supply in the next 20 years. And the water company is looking at the Hudson River as a source and has proposed a desalination plant. Many in the county think conservation deserves a second look. To ensure water security in Rockland County, the county identified ways to improve water supply. The county's water utility doesn't have the capacity to meet the peak demand. My team and I were tasked with analyzing cost and benefits of 7 conservation activities identified by the client. The conservation activities are broken down into indoor single-family, indoor commercial, and outdoor single-family, and outdoor commercial. We found conservation programs which focus on reducing water usage and generated water savings for the utility and savings for the customers. The team and I designed unique programs for each conservation activity. We had a 3-step approach. First, we extracted data from case studies, water conservation web pages like the EPA and Department of Energy, and other online sources. Second, we used data from our research to support our estimates for number of participants, water savings, and other inputs required for each conservation program. Finally, the AW tracking tool further analyzed recommended programs for each conservation activity. The tool helped us understand which of the 7 activities were feasible to recommend as conservation solutions for Rockland County. The AW tool analyzed benefit and cost ratios and net present values in dollar amounts for customer participation as well as for the utility. This slide shows 3 scenarios: low, medium, and high. The net present value and the benefit cost ratio were determined for each scenario. The results of each scenario shows the water savings and dollar savings for the single family and commercial outdoor and indoor customers. The AW tool concluded that participants' net present value and benefit cost ratio for single family high efficiency toilet rebate programs had the highest savings for all 3 scenarios: low, medium, high. Whereas single-family efficient irrigation nozzle had lowest net present value and benefit cost ratio for all 3 scenarios. This graph shows the customer benefit and cost ratio for the high efficiency toilet rebate and single family efficient irrigation nozzle. It also shows other scenarios for low, medium, high for all of the other 7 conservation activities. What I just described to you were the highest and lowest for each activity for this particular cost benefit ratio specific to the customer. This slide shows 3 scenarios: low, medium, and high. The net present value and benefit cost ratio were determined for each. This slide also shows the net present value and the cost benefit ratio for the utility. The AW tool concluded that the water supply by the utility for commercial kitchen pre-rinse spray valve rebate had the smallest net present value and the benefit cost ratio, whereas single-family high-efficient toilet rebate program had the highest net present value and benefit cost ratio. This is the graph showing the benefit and cost ratio for the utility. For all of the 7 conservation activities recommended, the total number of participants were determined based on low, medium, and high participant number. Number of participants impacts water savings generated. The AW tool analyzed 3 scenarios for low, medium, and high. The numbers on the slide represents number of participants and savings generated for 2012. This is the total water savings for participants in the conservation program for single, family, and commercial water users only. And it shows a 3 scenario, low, medium, high. This slide shows the total water savings for all the 7 conservation activities. In the far left of the diagram, you see a dollar amount. For every $1 that is put into each conservation activity, the return of the investment, or the return of the $1 amount, is shown at the far right in the diagram. So for residential high efficiency toilet rebate program, if the customer pays $1 amount, he or she will receive a $2.5 savings on that dollar, and so forth for each of the activities listed in the diagram. For the next steps for the project, the team at Rockland County, we had some difficulties soliciting enough information, and data was inconsistent. So going forward, if the project continues probably for the next semester, or if the client would like to further analyze the conservation activities that we propose, we recommend that they conduct a survey within Rockland County amongst its customer class for every user, which would be single family, commercial, industrial, every user. And based on that data, we as well as Rockland County could further analyze the recommendations that we provided to see if they are feasible.